we have experienced an escalation of repression from the side of police. In the beginning, when we started to demonstrate, the police were with a few people, with a few cops. They were on the street and everything was peaceful. And then you could see how the political factions, like the political leadership, giving the orders to police, how they wanted to stop the protests. So from demo to demo, from vigil to vigil, the behavior of police got more aggressive. They took people out of the gatherings by force for shouting, for example, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, for shouting, stop the genocide, or stop ethnic cleansing, or child murder or Israel. And also when such things were written on posters, for example. So the escalation and repression level from police's side was very high. And it led to the police trying to ban our vigil of today and a demonstration that will take place tomorrow. So they send us an explanation why they say the ban is legitimate. And in this explanation, was like, I don't know, 20 or 30 pages, they give a lot of reasons. All in all, it was really ridiculous how they argued, because they just argued with their own repression that they imposed on us. For example, they wrote the numbers of how many people they had to arrest or they had to file a criminal complaint against because they shouted stop the genocide or stop ethnic cleansing. Or even they wrote examples like a poster on which was written Israel killed 2,000 children. And this is one point. They also said there had been an escalation of violent behavior in our demonstrations, and say that there had been violent clashes between the police and the members of the demonstration, while it was the police who went into the demo brutally by force, pulling out people because they shouted something the policymakers and the leaders of this country say is illegal, not the courts. Then they continued giving absurd accusations that on one day when we had our demonstration in the afternoon, in the morning there were like somewhere in Münster, not even near the demo place, there were graffitis at a bus stop, and also people gave flyers that were critical of Israel to people on the street in front of the university library or somewhere else. I mean, this doesn't have anything to do with our demonstration. It wasn't at the same time. And they also use racist narrative. They said the ban is legitimate because the danger coming out of these demonstrations is getting more and more, and they give a reason that there were in the last demos there would have been more young men in the demonstrations, and this is clearly a racist narrative because most people on the demos, like really the great number of people there, are migrants, are brown people, black people, Arab people mostly. And this is a racist narrative that young Arab men would pose a threat to, I don't know, to the safety of other people. Yeah, this were the explanation of the police. And we went to law. We sued the police for banning our demonstrations and filed an emergency appeal at court morning. And the court ruled in our favor. So first they said banning of the demonstrations is unlawful. It is illegal because the police didn't give good reasons for it. They also refer to the these shouts that police says are illegal. For example, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. And the court shows that there are different interpretations possible in this shout, and that there are, as we always have said on our demonstrations, that we want, that we say we mean equality from the river to the sea by saying it. We want all people to be equal. And the court also says that this is one of the possible interpretations. And so the police couldn't show why we used an illegal interpretation. At the same time, they spoke in the verdict about the phrases child murderer Israel and stop the genocide, stop ethnic cleansing. And it was all the time the same argumentation. The police didn't give any good, valid reason why we used these phrases and these shouts in an illegal and criminal way. So it is really good that we won against the police, and our chances that we will also win the cases against the criminal complaints that police filed on us are also not bad, I would say. And still today on the vigil, the police filed some criminal complaints. Although we showed them the court verdict, they filed some criminal complaints on people because they shouted from the river to the sea. So they act right now not according to the court verdict.